Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. This one's going to be the perfect run guide, at least in my opinion. So to first get a perfect run, we have to talk about what is a perfect run. Perfect run is when you pretty much get max money. So like professional, I think it's about $270 would be max money. You get, if it's small maps, you get 10 for objective 1, and then 10 for the other 3 objectives, so that's 40. And then you get 40 for the photo. If I'm correct, professionals times 3. So it comes out to 240, but but you can get like a bonus evidence. And I think you can only get that if you get like all 3-star photos. So for me, a perfect run isn't necessarily getting the bonus evidence, it's getting everything but the bonus evidence. Bonus evidence is a little bit on luck, so I don't really count it as much. So 240 to 270 is usually a perfect run. And the goal is not speed, it's about just max money, getting as much as you can out of it. So now that you know what a perfect run is, let's go over like steps on how to do it. I have 3 main steps. The last 2 are in any order, but the first one is very important to do first. Get a hiding spot. If you're playing from amateur to professional, hiding spots are everywhere, and honestly, you might not even need it, since ghosts don't hunt for very long. From amateur and intermediate, ghosts hunt for like very small amount of time. Professional, you should have a hiding spot, just in case. You never know what's going to happen, especially if you use a cursed object. Cursed objects are usually used to find the ghost, to summon the ghost so you get a picture of it, and to just mess around all around. So the 2 main finding ghosts that you can just find the ghost straight away is the Ouija board and the mirror. And you'll want to be using these if it's like a shade or if the ghost's not very active. The mirror will give you a straight look at it, while the Ouija board will just, you have to ask it a question, and then it'll just take you, it'll tell you where it's at, and you just have to figure it out from that. You can use some of the other cursed objects to figure out where the ghost is. Music box, you can listen to where it's coming from. Tarot cards, bullets, hope you find it. Hope you get like a tower or a hermit. Summoning circle you can't though, because that it's summoned right there. But it's really good for ghost photos. Then there's the voodoo doll, and the voodoo doll is it's like the worst one out of all of them because you can't get a ghost photo with it, and it's just not events. It's just like interactions. You just do purely off sound. Like at least the tarot cards have some bad things, but they also have really good things at the same time. So if you get a voodoo doll, that sucks, you know. Just use it to try to find the ghost if you really want to, if you need to. But it's not recommended. So that's why you need to find a hiding spot, just in case you start a cursed hunt, which does last a lot longer than a regular hunt. It's definitely recommended to get a hiding spot before you do anything with cursed objects. So the second and third one are interchangeable and you should be doing them at the same time. The second one is getting objectives. So the first objective is finding the ghost, figuring out what it is, using evidence items like the video camera, dots, spirit box, UV light, writing book, all that stuff. Just figuring out what the ghost is. And this is, of course, the money is dependent on the size of the map. Small maps give you $10 for figuring it out. Medium maps give you 20, and large, really huge maps give you like 30 to 40. I can't remember the exact amount. So it depends on what area you're playing in to get the money for the first objective. Next 3 are a variety of objectives pulled from a random set pool. So you'll get like, it ranges from like get a close to blow out a candle, to get a blow to head motion sensor, to run away from the ghost and survive with a smudge stick. If there's anything with surviving or stopping a ghost with a smudge stick, what you have to do is you have to first get the ghost to follow you, and then you have to escape it. So you can't just like hide first, start it, and then just get the objective. You have to actually have it follow you for a little while at least. Once you're like out in the middle of nowhere and you start hearing the heartbeats and you run to a hiding spot and you survive, then you'll know that you're good. That's all you need to do. A lot of objectives need patience. The crucifix is usually the worst one because some ghosts don't hunt until like below 40% sanity, and they just suck. Also because crucifixes have like a small range for every single ghost except for the demon. So if you're in like a decent sized room, there's like a small chance of it hitting the crucifix. So if you're playing in any large maps like the asylum or prison, and you use crucifixes, you probably won't get that objective. Just because the rooms are usually so big to the point where the crucifixes don't cover it all. Just be careful about that objective. The final thing to keep track of is the photos. I suggest whenever you bring in evidence items, set it up, get the photo camera back in your hands. I usually like to start with camera, EMF, and flashlight. Do the things I said in the beginning, get the hiding spot, figure out what the ghost is. Just in case it ever hunts or does any interactions you want to take pictures of right away. And while you're also finding hiding spots, you can find the bone. So base game is bone, cursed object, ghost, and then interactions, fingerprints, or footsteps. So you have 10 photos, and the first three, not the first three, 3 of them should be, one should be a ghost, one should be a bone, one should be a cursed object. The other 7 can be interactions, fingerprints, or footsteps. Depending on how active the ghost is, I usually do footsteps just because it's like the fastest thing to do. Get some salts, grab a glow stick. I suggest glow stick because I play single player and you can't hold a UV light and take a picture at the same time single player, but you can have a glow stick running and take a picture and just fill it out. So you get all 7. This is another time where cursed objects are really nice because, like the music box, you can A, find where the ghost is by listening where it's coming from. B, there's a small grace period where you can take a picture of the ghost and you have plenty of time to run away. So you could use the music box to lure the ghost, find out where it's at, take a picture, smudge it, or whatever your objective is, and then boom, you can finish objective, get a picture that's super annoying to get, and figure out what the ghost is, which is why I really like the music box. 70 Circle is also really good for getting ghost photos, so that's why I don't trash on it too much. But you can also get a ghost photo from events that just happen randomly, luck based. If it's a shade though, it's gonna be super hard. Shades do not show themselves, so you can never get ghost event to take a picture of the ghost. So you'll either have to luck out and take a picture during a hunt. It's not advised though, because during a hunt the ghost does blink out. So 1 second will be there, 1 second's gone, 1 second's there, 1 second's gone. So you have to like take a picture right as it disappears, because once the picture actually goes through, it'll reappear. At least that's my advice for doing it, if you're gonna do it during a hunt. So now you have your hiding spot, figure out what the ghost is, and you're doing your objectives, you got all the photos, and by the end of it, you should be good. Having the hiding spot, you'll be always safe. Getting the photos shouldn't be too hard as long as you get the bone, cursed object, and ghost pretty easily. The bone can be kind of annoying sometimes since the bone can be in places that can't be seen. So you just have to like kind of like look very, very hard. If you can't find it, then that's just like an end runner also. That's also why while looking for hiding spots, you should also look for the bone. And when you find the ghost spot, find the bone next, because it won't matter how good you do if you don't get the bone. Unless you do another strategy. If I'm correct, fingerprints can get you enough money to do a perfect game. If you get all 10 photos pure fingerprints, I think it actually does give you the same amount of money as a perfect game. That is your alternative for pictures. So let's do a quick summary. You want to first start off by getting a hiding spot, check any of the available, make sure you know where to go, how to get there without a flashlight. Then you're all safe and good. Then find the bone, cursed object. If you know where the ghost is, don't worry about using the cursed object until you need it for ghost photo. Or if you just want to mess around, you can use it if you really want, especially since you have a hiding spot now. Since you got, if you'll be able to figure out the ghost spot either with the cursed object or not, figure it out, you know where the ghost is. Now you start bringing in your evidence items. I suggest dropping your camera, your flashlight, and your EMF reader, which is just the base run, just base build, off at the room, then leaving the room and going to do something else. Bring out other things. So like video camera. I usually like doing video camera dots, running book, since those are like idle. They can do it by themselves. Once you get all the evidence items in there, then I suggest working on the other 3 objectives. And while that's all going on, whenever you put down an item in the room, pick up the photo cam again, and take pictures of anything and everything that'll give you the money you need to complete your game. Again, perfect game is dependent on money. So for professional, if you earn 240 or 270, that's a perfect game. Good job, man. Keep it up. I hope this helps. This is my way of getting a perfect game again. I don't know if it's the perfect way, but it is my way. So I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you like my content, I do have more videos about phasmophobia in my channel. So yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.